Now, I'm delighted to be speaking with Paul Mitchell, something of a leadership expert, and it must be said, a very good and old friend of mine. So, Paul, lovely to see you.
Great to see you too, Robert.
Now, leadership. You have some research to share with us, I think, on leadership that's relevant, pertinent to us guys at the small end of town.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of people in small business often don't see themselves as leaders. What I'm saying is it's absolutely imperative to see yourself as a leader. Because the definition we now use for leadership is a leader excites followers to exceptional performance.
A leader excites followers to exceptional performance. Okay.
And so if you think about someone in small business, they may not have direct reports, but they have clients, they have their network, they have associates, they have suppliers. And unless they're engaging them and helping them build their business, their rice bowl will forever be only half full.
Quite right too. So the research that you quote some research, or you mentioned some research?
Yeah, two London business professors, Coffey and Jones, asked a question, I think a great question, why should anyone be led by you? And it makes a lot of executives, and I would think small business people really stand back. And what they found was there was 4 particular things that came through, but the first thing was that the great leaders focus on their followers, I guess for small business people on their clients, rather than the building of their own business.
Yeah, and I guess this whole followers as well, you know, I'm not going to turn this into a Twitter conversation,
Sure.
but Twitter is all about followers.
Absolutely.
And I guess there's a parallel there in small businesses. If we want to stand out,
Yes.
attract attention, we need to be a leader.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I love Fred Smith, who, big business, Federal Express, was once asked, how do you become a leader? And I love his answer. He said, it's very simple. He said, you find a parade and get in front of it. In other words, if we don't have followers, we just don't have a business. And that's the key. So focus on the followers. Focus on what you do with people rather than what you do to people, which is very much the old leadership model.
Sure. So you said there were 4 lessons, and
4 lessons.
that was number 1?
I guess that's probably the main lesson would be the 4 things that great people or great leaders do with their followers. The first one would be to build a sense of community.
Build a sense of
Build
community.
a sense of it. We are hanging out for meaning. I mean, sole operators, they're out there. What's the big thing they miss? It's connecting with other people. So if you're a small business person, build a community, have the seminars that you guys do, connect people to each other and connect them to a bigger purpose. You're no longer a small business person, you're a solo entrepreneur.
Okay.
How good's that? That's community, that's lesson number 1.
Okay, and number 2?
Number 2, be yourself. Be yourself more with skill. You'll never be Richard Branson, you'll never be Jerry Harvey, you'll never be Bill Gates, you'll never be Mahatma and Churchill and all these leaders. All you can be is you. Everyone else is taken. So be more of yourself with skill. Now what that means being authentically about your strengths, about your life experiences, but the big thing, particularly for small business owners, is to have what we call allowable weaknesses. What's that mean? If you're a business coach, you don't say, yeah, I can do life coaching too.
Right.
If you're a marketer in B2C, you don't say, yeah, I can do business to business. You say, actually, I'm not quite good at that.
Okay.
That builds the rapport.
So don't pretend
Don't
that you can't
pretend
do
that you're
things.
someone that you can't be. So that'd be the second. So the first one, community. The second one, authenticity.
Yep.
The other one, significance. I make it a thing. I think most people who believe in leadership and community is always look for something that you can say to someone which makes them feel significant. Start looking for where they've done a great job. If you're a small business person, you make sure that you actually look at what your client has done well rather than hasn't done well. You're the first person to let people know that what they do counts. So it's not just community, it's showing how they actually are part of that community.
And I guess this is also relevant, again, thinking of the sort of smaller end of town, if getting the best out of suppliers and all of those, you know, very key people around our business.
Exactly. I remember when I first started my business, I used to be, I did psychological testing, and I got paid in 2 weeks. I didn't know what to do. I'd been in a major corporate, so I was in a small business. I rang up the guy. His name was John Small and Associates. I said, John, I just wanted to say thank you for paying my bill.
Right.
He said, who are you? And I said, such and such.
People don't ring up and
he said,
say thank
this
you.
doesn't happen. He said, if you ever have a problem getting your bill paid again, you give me a buzz.
Right.
Thank you. So this is this whole thing about you can't make it on your own. As a small business owner, you've got to connect. You've got to make your suppliers and everyone around you, let them know how they've helped you and therefore helped your clients.
Okay, fabulous. Last point.
Last point is a sense of excitement. I mean, there's an old saying, are you happy? Well, why don't you tell your face? Because a lot of small business people are so bogged down with the day-to-day, they forget why they're doing this.
Yeah.
They're crafting a life for themselves and they're crafting a life for other people. Don't forget that. Forget why you're in small business in the first place. Don't forget why you're in small business.
Yeah.
And then actually build your business around that and excite people to exceptional levels of performance. So if you're not going to be excited, no one else will.
That's fantastic.
And that's
Paul.
making your case for leadership.
Okay, so leadership, yes, it does have a place in small business.
It does have a place in small business.
Now, if we want to find out more about you, we go to
www.thehumanenterprise.com.au.
Terrific. When I was there last, you had some terrific podcasts, so we can listen to those.
Certainly, we've got a few exceptional leaders on our site, and we're going to add a lot more.
Great. Thank you very much for spending time with us.
Thank you, Rob. It's been great.